everybody, my name is Nikki and I'm so glad that you clicked on this video today. From the title, I will be showing you how I do my go-to everyday no makeup look. And this is because I personally don't really like wearing makeup because I do have very sensitive skin, but when I do wear makeup I look like I'm still not wearing much because I try not to wear much, and two, I really do like the way my face already looks. So I just try to enhance the features I already have, which is why, like I said, I try to look like I don't really have much on. But before I start showing you how I do this on a daily basis, I do want to hear from you. What kind of makeup looks do you normally like to go for? And if you actually want us to do specific looks for you guys, let us know in the comments down below. Now, let's see how I put this on every day. So a few things that I do before I actually start putting on my makeup is, one, I clean my face. After that, I moisturize, and I also put lip balm for my lips. And depending on the kind of day I'm having, if I'm gonna go outside, then I will put on sunscreen as well. But if I'm just gonna stay at home and film, or I'm gonna go out but it's nighttime, I just skip sunscreen completely. And as you can tell from my weird hair, in this case I am planning to do a half up, half down. So I like to part my hair already and just keep it there so that, one, my hair is out of my face, and two, when I do start fixing my hair, because I've already parted my hair, it's not too difficult to fix later on. So that's just me trying to speed up the hairstyling process later. But anyway, let's get on to doing my makeup. So the first thing I do when I start my makeup is my brows, because I'm a firm believer that my brows they frame my face, so I always start with that. And I use Benefit's Gimme Brow in the shade 3.5. The shade is a bit like chocolatey brown, which is very different from my natural hair, but I started using this shade when I had really chocolatey brown hair, so I don't know, I just stuck with it. I like the way this looks on me. So this is a tinted brow gel, so honestly I don't have to do much. So I always start with the left side of my face whenever I'm doing my makeup. When I do my brows, I start on the outside because that's like the lightest part of my brows. And so I just kind of go in and fill in the empty spots. See, as you can tell, there's already color. Just literally fill it in with color, that's it. I'm gonna go fix my brows really quick. Just literally fill it in with color, and I'll show you how I kind of shape them afterwards. So I've very quickly like colored in my brows. And so what I do, because it's a brow gel, I take the tips, I use my fingers, what's this, pointer finger and my thumb to take the tips of my brows and kind of just squeeze the hairs together so that it cleanly comes to a point. Just gonna make a little point. And then I like to take the spoolie and kind of brush the inner hairs upwards, because I have been liking that really fluffy brow look. Fluff them up a bit. So I just comb them upwards. This is essentially how I do my brows. It's not too complicated. It's really simple, and like I said, because it's a tinted brow gel, it's the ultimate lazy girl brow. After that, I take some primer from Fenty Beauty. I think this is the Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Primer. I think this is a hydrating version. And I just put it like in a cross on my face, because essentially this part I'm covering is the only part of my face that I put makeup on. So I just like to put a primer on so that, one, the makeup applies a bit better, and two, it kind of keeps a protective barrier, as far as I know, for my face, because like I said, my skin is quite sensitive. So I just put some on my finger, and then I just like kind of dot it on like where I said I'm going to be putting my makeup. So I'm just gonna blend it out with my fingers. I use the warmth of my, it's so cold. I use the warmth of my fingers to just blend it out, and I also put it on my eyelids. And basically anywhere that I know makeup is gonna eventually settle, I put makeup. I put primer. The next thing we're doing is covering up what people think my biggest flaw is, and that is my under eyes. No matter what I do, it just remains dark. To me, this is the main part of my makeup because it's the one that kind of really changes the way my face looks, because it's taking away such a prominent feature. So I like to take Fenty Beauty's concealer in the shade 235. So I just take the wand out and I just go directly on top of especially the darkest parts, which is like the inner and the outer corner. So I just go in like that, and then the rest I kind of just very lightly put some there because it's not as bad. We're not really blending it in yet. We're gonna let it sit there for a bit. And I like to sit here for like a minute. I let it kind of like sink in and then I blend it out. Before I start blending this out, I'm gonna start putting concealer here so that while I'm blending this out, this one's gonna sit for a bit. So do the same thing. A lot on the inner corner, a lot on the outer corner, and just kind of work our way inwards. Okay, so actually I forgot to mention something I do before I do my makeup is I wet my beauty blender, because apparently it just does better when it's wet. So then we get to blending. So literally all I do is just blend it, and I also put some on my eyelid because my eyelid is quite dark as well. This is why I do my brows first. It's so that I can kind of clean up the edges very gently. It's not necessarily carving out the brows, but just so that the outside looks a bit cleaner, tidier. So I just keep blending, and I just make sure I blend it enough so that it looks like it's actually my skin. It just melted in. So see what I mean? It's not like perfect, but once I do everything else, it looks fine. Yeah. So as you can see, I also started blending the other side. Whatever extra concealer I have, I tend to just go around the rest of my face really gently with it, just so that it looks, like I said, a bit more cohesive. It doesn't look like just my eyes are a random color in comparison to the rest of my face. Blending is, I'm telling you, this is the part that takes the longest for me. So I'm gonna blend and I'll see you later. Done blending. So the next thing I do is I do my lashes. I have this little curler from, I think, Muji. It works, but not great. So I do need to invest in a better eyelash curler. So if you guys have any recommendations, please let me know. But I just curl my lashes and put some mascara on. So I'm just gonna curl them really quick, and then I'll show you how I put on my mascara and make sure that there's no clumps and how it stays curled for a really long time. So I've already applied mascara to this side, and I'll show you why, but I've just curled my right side. I'm going to take this little brush pin thing and just brush through the lashes that I've just curled, because oftentimes when you curl your lashes, a lot of lashes can go like in the wrong direction, or sometimes they just come out. So I like to just brush through the lashes, make sure they're all facing the right way, just brushing them in the right direction before I apply mascara. That looks good enough to me. So I'm going to take my mascara, which is the Maybelline, the Falsies. Oh god, you can't see it. There we go. And I go really like light-handed with my mascara. I'm super gentle because I like my lashes to be kind of light and feathery and not so clumpy. I try to make it look as natural as possible. So I go really light-handed with this. Gently touching my lashes, and then once I think I've put on enough, I take the comb again, and then I just comb through my lashes and make sure it's not clumpy. The reason why I did my left eye first is because now that it's It's still a little wet, but definitely more dry than this side. I take my, a lot of people are gonna say this is bad. I take my curler again and I curl it again, just so that it really stays in place, because when you curl your lashes and then you put something wet like mascara, it kind of weighs your lashes down. So kind of just to give that lift back and make it stay there. So you can very gently curl it again. I'm pressing, but like super gently, just enough to give it that oomph, and there we go. See, it's like standing up a bit more. And again, just gonna brush it in the right direction. And this helps my lashes stay curled like the whole day, no joke. Like it never like fades, I guess you could say. So highly recommend this, but please, please, please be gentle with your lashes. So I'm gonna wait for this to dry a bit and do the same thing, and then I'll see you for the next step. Now we are essentially on like the last steps of my makeup routine. It's really short, I swear. And I like to take blush. This is the Nars blush in Outlaw. This blush specifically helps me cancel out highlighter, because it's actually a kind of sparkly, highlighty kind of blush. So take my blush brush. So I tap, and when I see like color on the brush, I shake it really aggressively because I don't want to look like a clown. And once it looks like a lot came out, then I smile and then I put some blush on the apples of my cheeks and a bit higher up. So let's go. I do a little smile. Oh, see, it's pigmented. And I kind of just blend it upwards, and I like it to be kind of prominent on the apples of my, oh God, see, pigmented. And just kind of go up into the temple a little bit into this. That's not, this is the temple. And I do the same thing on the other side. God, that was a bit heavy, wasn't it? Again, smile. It really helps with putting on your blush, at least for me. And so see, like what I said, it's a sparkly kind of blush, so I don't really need to put highlighter on anymore. So once I think I'm done with the blush, whatever's left on the brush, I just put on my nose. Just like that. And then as the day goes on, obviously the blush is gonna fade, so I'm okay with it being a bit kind of thick, and when I'm far from the camera, it actually looks fine. Ta-da! The last thing that I do is my lips. I do have a certain set of colors that I stick to, but generally, lately, I've been using more lip balms and lip glosses instead of lipsticks, because I feel like that just feels a bit more natural looking. So for today, I'm feeling a little fancy. So I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty, what's this called? Gloss Bomb. I'm gonna apply that. Oh, it smells so nice. Really lightly. So essentially, this is my makeup look. I'm just gonna fix my hair and I will see you again in a bit. So here we are, like the start of the video. That was my no makeup routine. Like I said, if I could choose to not wear makeup every day, I would, because my skin is super sensitive. But because of work, I still have to put on makeup, which is why I resort to the no makeup routine. One, because I don't use that much products on my face. Two, it's actually really simple to do. It's perfect for lazy girls like me. Three, I actually really like the way my face is already, so I don't need that much product to enhance the features that I already really like. And the last reason why I like to do no makeup is also because I know that I have a lot of young viewers, and I do want to let them know that you don't need too much to feel a little better about yourself. You can just do your brows, put on blush, mascara, concealer if you really want to, lip gloss, and you're good. Like, you don't have to overcomplicate things, but don't let me stop you from going full glam if you really want to, because it's your face. You can do what you want with it. But I just want to show the younger viewers that you don't need a lot of makeup to look pretty, because you already are. You just have to find what will enhance the features that you already beautifully have. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you normally like to do for your makeup, because I would like to try some new things out. I've been doing this since college. This makeup look has not changed a single bit. So please do let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you do. I need some inspiration. And also, if you want any of us to do any specific makeup looks, we would love to read about them. Again, my name is Nikki, and I'm so glad that I met you here today. Until the next video, bye!